What's up, everybody? Appreciate everyone coming out this weekend to Foxboro. We had our first buying event ever. It was from 1 to 5 p.m. We had a line the whole entire time, which is really exciting for us. You guys can bring graded, ungraded, Pokemon, slabs, football, any sport you can think of, we'll buy it. A couple of highlights from this weekend in Foxboro. This Messi, with the World Cup coming around, soccer's getting really popular. This is from last year's, the 2022 World Cup. Blue refractor, Tawny rookie black label. Black, I think it's a Pop 2. Very hard card to find there. I think we spent about $25,000 at the buying event in Foxboro this weekend, which was great. And future events, we'll be able to spend as much as we possibly can, so bring out any collections you have. We'll look through it and try to make a deal with you guys.
All right, guys, we are preparing for store number 10 here. In terms of what I look for to stock the stores or stock the openings with some cool Pokemon cards, I try to look for a mix of awesome modern cards. So as you see here, we have like the newest chase in Pokemon, the Mega Charizard from Phantasmal Flames. But I also like to mix in all eras and some older stuff. So we've got a base set Charizard here as well. Cool Umbreon from Evolving Skies, not the Moonbreon, but another big one. One of the most coveted Sword and Shield cards, the Giratina V. More modern here with the Megalodios in Japanese. Raichu, Pikachu, just some cool cards. Again, a mix of like older stuff, newer stuff that people like. Maybe fun fact, the McDonald's Pikachu, the Burger Chew as people are calling it, most graded Pokemon card in PSA history, 142,000. So on top of keeping the stores stocked, we have to process, inventory everything. If you look around, so far today we've done, this has all been done today. This was all done last week. We still have more cards this box was full this morning. Trent and I spent a combined almost 70 grand this weekend buying cards to not only make sure the Vegas launch is successful and there's plenty of product there for you guys, but also making sure that the Chicago store still looks great, Dallas, all of them. As you can see, we have more to go through. We have some older Pokemon wax. As always, lots of moving parts, but I'm very excited for double-digit stores.
What's up, guys? Still prepping stuff for Vegas. Pallets went out the other day. We had 3 of them. This entire shelf here, it's full of new product now, but this was an entire backstock all for Vegas. So we had these 3 shelves. Right now, still we got products coming out every day of the week, week after week. Right here we've got some hockey restock we're gonna be sending out to Vegas. This just came in, I gotta figure out what this is, but this is probably gonna be going too. And then we just got today a pretty large order of Update Baseball. So that's all going out. You come down here too. We had, these shelves were all full. It was UFC. We had some more Allen and Ginter. That all went out to Vegas the other day. And now kind of what the process is we just wait to see if there's any holes we can fill for the store there. If we missed anything, we can still pump it out, send it out there. We've got a couple large boxes here prepped and ready to go. So what we'll do is we just kind of double box everything, fill these bad boys up. These are 20 by 20, so these hold quite a bit. But we'll send those out to Vegas next day. We've got signage going out to Vegas here. Then yeah, the process is just stuff keeps coming out. We kind of sort it out, see where it's got to go per the allocation, then we just pump it out to Vegas.
So it takes a long time to collect and put together all the cards for these stores. I've been going out for the past probably a month before each store. I'm always going out traveling to these shows, trying to find cards and putting them aside for certain stores. Vegas, Raiders, we're gonna get the Raiders, Athletics, UFC is pretty popular, a lot of fights. In terms of, depending on what store you go to, each store fits from anywhere from 600 to 1,000 cards. And in terms of money spent, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars per store just in singles. So collecting all that does take a long time. This weekend alone, I spent just about $62,000, including that Foxboro buying event, and almost all of those singles will go to Vegas. A couple of those singles are, for example, like Brock Bowers Shield, perfect for Vegas. You know, Josh Allen Green Scope Auto, PSA 9, Hands on Hips Rookie Variation. Superstars like that, and the Bowers especially, should do great in Vegas. It's definitely a very time-consuming process, and we definitely think it out thoroughly too. If you look over here for each store, we kind of put a list of different things we want for each store. We talk to the store managers to get an idea of what cards they might want for their locations. So we did the same thing with Vegas, got an idea of what we think will sell well there. So in terms of where we get the inventory for our CardVault locations and how it all comes to be. So I travel almost every weekend to different shows all around the US and Canada, internationally. We do just about everything to try to fill our store locations. I want to say in the past 6 months, or even every month, I probably travel 3 or 4 times a month. So I'm almost going to a show every single weekend to try to get these cards to fill the stores. Other than going to shows, I do a lot of local deals. I've been, buying cards, not only for the CardVault, but for myself for, 10, 11 years. So creating that network when you go to these shows or when you're locally to try to reach out and make deals, that's been really important. And then bidding on auctions online, even going on eBay, Fanatics Live, any of these, platforms, we buy some inventory to help fill our stores. If it's like some showcase pieces to kind of like attract some eyes. Sometimes those bigger stuff goes to those all auction houses or Golden, so we buy some things on there. But it's really a group effort too, because we have Nick who buys a lot of the Pokemon, TCG, One Piece, so he's doing a lot of that. Smitty does a lot of the auction buying. He keeps an eye out in the auction houses to see what's going on there. And then I do most of the traveling, going to shows and meeting up with people locally. So our next show is actually Causeway coming up on Saturday. So most of the team's gonna be out in Vegas, but we'll have Causeway on Saturday, which will be a great show. It's always good for us to host a show. It's good to put our face out there and support the local card community by hosting a show. So that's always good. And then in terms of traveling, Christmas is tough. It's a tough time of year in terms of shows. Once January hits again, I'll start going to Dallas, kind of go to Houston the first weekend of January, and Austin, Texas also in January. So do a lot of traveling there. Maybe stop by the Dallas store, do a buying event there while I'm already in Texas. That'd probably make a lot of sense. But it's definitely something we plan out. We have a whole show calendar, so months in advance we'll book flights, we'll pick out what shows we think will be best for us to go to acquire quantity of cards, also quality. But to get that quantity, you have to usually travel to these bigger shows all around the US.